I'm planning.
My bad, yeah, I mean, my bad, yeah, the trapping scene, my bad. That's my bad. Shit, I came on around like 8, at like 8:17, but the other video though, I did the Joe Budden and Adam and shit. I didn't know you was waiting on this one. My bad. It's my bad though. If you still up, I'm on right now. I got them keep on coming with them, man. I got like 4 more videos after this. Uh, I definitely like that's my bad. I'm gonna definitely stick to my word tomorrow though, because tomorrow is for sure 9 p.m. Me and the IBM crew. Um, but shit, yeah, that's my bad. Yeah, I mean, that's my bad. I feel bad, bro. But it's because like I see it says I'm gonna try and stay up for this, and that was at 7:56. But if I would have known that, I would have hit this video first, man. I really would have, cause I didn't know. I hit the other video, the Adam and the Joe one. Man, I'm just doing this shit in order. The way it's gone on Streamyard, it's like in an order and shit. But fuck, words are hard. Shout out to Trap. Let's get it. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Flip Thought Show. It's your host with the most, King Truth, Hosenberg, Benny Bo, the one with the word, man. We coming at you live, 9:18. And I feel bad, y'all at the Trapping Sin, man. I mean, I really do. Like, I didn't know you was waiting on this one. I thought you were looking at the other one, but I was gonna just do them in order. It's my bad. It's my bad. But we here. We got them. Keep them coming. For sure, I gotta stick to my fucking word with the on time shit. These scheduled live streams, man. Uh, it's just it fucks me up sometimes because something happens and it's like, oh shit, I was supposed to be on an hour ago. So it's like I'm gonna get to it though. Yep, we gonna check out Adam. We're not gonna watch the whole shit. We just want to pinpoint some of the shit that he says in his stream, which is
Boom.
a lot, but yeah.
All right. Are we in fact live? I'm going to put chapstick on my face until the moment that I see a comment confirming that we are live.
For sure, he does
Yeah.
speak on a couple
This is,
things on here.
I see one. Shout out 10 girlfriends in the chat. That's you? 10 girlfriends is your username? Oh, you're a freaky frog. I like
I
that.
said, "You're a freaky frog,
Hello,
boy."
people. How is everybody doing out there? Welcome
Oh,
to the
shit, man,
first
we good, Adam.
solo
We good, man.
Adam22
This is old
stream
though. It's
in
act like I
so
was there with him.
long. It feels like it's been an eternity. I'm very excited to be back. I had some content that I was planning on watching, and I figured, as long as I'm going to be watching some content, why not share that with the community and get the reactions out in real time. So with all that being said, why wait? Why wait? This headphone cable is that the only thing that it can be plugged into? Is there any sort of adapter? Or is it, if there's anything we could do to make that longer, that would be pretty convenient. Check, check, check. Bang, bang. How do I turn it down in the headphone as well? Can you do that? Check, check. That's much better. Okay, thank you. Everybody, how's everybody feeling? I'm excited to be here. I'm excited to see so many members in the chat. As you guys know, here at
Okay, so he's just gonna be reacting to like the almighty shit with Brandon, and actually we gonna get it to right where it gets good. Where is it? Like right here.
What up, Adam? I'm a young black journalist building my YouTube. Respect you as an entrepreneur. Would you be open to doing lives reviewing YouTube channels? Yes, I will review. $100 donation. Boom. I will spend like 5-10 minutes reviewing your YouTube channel. That actually sounds fun as fuck if you want to do that.
There's a lot of things that I thought we could do in this time period. This right here was not it. and it's like
Good Rebel.
I don't know.
Man.
It's way
Rebel is
beyond
bad
abuse
for
Shut
you
up,
though, but
Josh. Let them beef.
that this is what we're
Yeah.
doing right
No,
now
I'm
in this
just kidding.
moment.
definitely
So
gonna go back
can
to
we
the water
please,
and some
as a group,
Gatorades, but
as a chat, as
he didn't stay up
everyone, try to
tonight. Got to
reset
do
the
all
ship?
his content. So
Okay, that's good.
Welcome to the news. Today is Wednesday, April 23rd, tax day. So if you haven't filed those taxes in,
Marijuana traditionally is associated with people chilling the fuck out. So let's see if it has that effect.
yeah, but Almighty
in
don't
any
seem
way.
like.
I mean, he's probably been smoking Zaza all day.
Or don't
so I
seem like
know.
the draw is in
My
it because
God.
he seem like he on his
make sure you
deep
get those
church.
in soon.
He seem like he all over the
Zay
place. He
in the
on that
building.
How you doing?
Almighty's
Say this is Brandon. I don't know if you guys
sativa
know.
dominant.
Random fat nigga.
He not on that
Yeah, we on niggas heads today. Random
laid
fat
out
nigga.
indica
So,
feeling
this
type
weird
of
ass nigga.
vibe.
Thank
wanna
you,
do
Mikey, for
Oh.
sitting in and helping me get this started. But let's get into the news today.
Let's
Shout
do
out to
it.
No Jumper though.
Anyways, before the
I'm
random
a
fat
member.
nigga said something, Big U believes he can convince President
That's how I
Donald
could
Trump
watch
into
this.
helping him get out of
Whoa,
So now the
no,
countdown
I ain't even
begins
could watch this,
until
but
they start violating each other
that's
again.
how
Or really
extreme
suspect
like
starts
the
violating them.
King
Because
Till
let's be
interview
real, the
before it
only
came out and
thing
shit.
that Brandon said was the hard R thing. Like he
In
has
fact,
like
being
if
King
Brandon
Pill,
had the same
Dr.
energy
Stephen
that Suspect was bringing
Belafonte,
to the table, then this would already be a scrap. So I don't know.
yeah, talked to Stephen
It does
Belafonte,
feel
what,
kind of
yesterday, last
one-sided
night.
because
Real
Brandon
cool
seems like he's
person, a
already
real
made up
cool
his mind that he's
individual.
not fighting. He's
Real
not. They're
one.
not going to take it there
Appreciate
at
you.
all. You know.
jail following
We
his
locking it
arrest.
in Thursday. Me and King
Eugene
Pill.
Henley, aka Big U, reportedly believes he
Interviewing
can
King
convince
Pill
President
Thursday, man.
Donald Trump
Tap in
into
with
helping
that.
him
For
get out of
sure.
jail after authorities arrested him last month on a number of charges, including wire fraud, bank fraud, and embezzlement, among others. He appeared in court on Tuesday for a hearing in which U.S. Magistrate Judge A. Joel Richland ruled that he will remain behind bars until his trial. In a brief file before the hearing called by All Hip Hop U.S. Attorney Bilal Asaili, claimed that Big U has suggested that he can manipulate the president of the United States and then intervening in the case. Shit, I mean, it's the feds, bro. I don't really know what you want him to do, but I mean, Donald Trump can get a nigga up out of there though. We seen what he did for my nigga Kodak.
Yeah, on God, he got the power for sure. And you feel me? That nigga definitely could get a nigga up out of there.
Yeah,
On God.
he do be getting niggas out though. You feel me? We seen what he did with Kodak. Didn't he get another nigga out?
I don't know.
I don't know, but I know for sure.
I know for sure he got Kodak.
Berto, $2. Can you shout out my beverage brand Key Juice? For $2, that's the shout out you get. Yeah.
What niggas that? You know? So shit, I mean, but I don't know, but I don't know if that's the smartest route that he should go. But I mean, hey, whatever works. Who knows?
Him trying to get
Well, if you know about the history of Donald Trump, he's a person who's very much against extortion. Being a real estate developer in New York for so many years, he dealt with a lot of different entities who tried to extort him and literally block projects he had trying to build in New York City. You had to deal with like the mob, you had to deal with the unions and all that. So I think extortion is a very sensitive area for Donald Trump. And that makes me believe that he won't do a damn thing to help Big U get out of jail, because that's one of many charges that were leveled against this guy. And I think everyone who Donald Trump helps, they have to be somebody who has either a certain level of fame or influence enough to help.
Okay, let me just weigh in, and I don't want to jump the gun here or anything, but if Big U was just being charged with extortion, maybe you could see Donald Trump playing a role in having that charge pardoned or whatever.
I mean,
this is not that. Big U
who's
has
to
been
say nah
charged
though,
with
because
murder.
Donald Trump was friends with Jeffrey Epstein,
And it's
bro.
not like,
He was going
Big
down
U,
more.
yes, it's a big deal to us in
for
the
more
hip-hop
than what
community.
Big U's going down for,
Realistically, though, I
allegedly.
mean, traditionally,
So,
other rappers that or hip-hop participants that Donald Trump has taken an interest in, Kodak Black, A$AP Rocky, there's some of the biggest rappers. And they were accused of things that realistically were relatively minor in comparison to murder. So, I mean, yeah, Donald Trump has pardoned a lot of people for a lot of crazy stuff that no other president before him probably would have pardoned someone for. But,
no, but for real though, like
murder,
Almighty said, bro, we haven't heard no type of music
beyond
from him.
belief.
How is that Almighty's part?
Sticks and Stones LA sent $5.
Now I know who
Said
Jaleese
Sus
was
got
talking about.
marked
She
out.
did
Can you
that
send me
nigga you
some
be
merch?
with. You
Adam,
talking about your
yeah,
artist?
you can send some merch. Isn't the
And
PO
now I
box in
know
the
who she's talking
description
about.
of the
She's
video?
talking about
PO box
Almighty's
is down there if you want to send
person
some
sitting
stuff. I
right
am
there
an
next to
XL.
Sus.
So yeah, thank you.
Donald Trump in some type of political way. You talk about Lil Wayne, you talk about Kodak, you talk about ASAP. I mean, these are people who were very.
Shout out to my big bro, Danny from the Stop, $10. Salute to the No Jumper Land.
Friday night, these people, their neighbors outside are going up, yo.
Land. Danny from the Stop, one of my favorite YouTubers. Literally, when I say that I watch his videos like before I watch almost anybody else's videos, he actually inspires me a lot as a YouTuber, because previously, did I even really care about like the inner workings or the minor beefs of the No Jumper or of the Joe Budden universe? Not really that much, but because of Danny from the Stop, I'm like super tuned in. And I know all this stuff, and I've never, I very rarely watch it, almost never. I watch clips here and there. I'm actually probably going to react to some Joe Budden content later on in this stream, but shout out to Danny from the Stop. And in addition to that,
Shout out to
Berto
Danny
said
from the
$2,
Stop.
can
He
I
got,
borrow
he got some good content.
$8,000? Is that you, Brick? I don't know. Probably not.
That
Mike,
you, Brick.
$5. OG fan. Used to beat it to redacted girls IG. Don't blame me, house phone. Gracie's top is stupid. Stay you 22. Mike, you are fucking hilarious, but I'm not gonna like barrel. I'm not gonna do a fake belly laugh like T-Row for that one. Big Chris sent $5. Said suspect killed the vibe immediately. It was too hard to watch after that. We need him to call out someone that can actually fight. It was too hard to watch after that. I mean, I'm really here for the spectacle, so I don't know what to tell you. He needs to call out someone that can actually fight. I mean, apparently Brandon's a black belt, which if true, really changes this dynamic. Harbor Area said, who was a better podcaster, Duno or Compa Raider? I would love to see you and Duno sit down again. Well, I will note that. Let me just
Let them know, you know.
I don't consider myself
They watch me.
talking about ops on here or anything like that. Let's just take a quick detour.
Oh, it's Twitch.
So look at this. Let's go to the Fig Community channel and let's go live. Look at this. Duno, who is, pretty much the most famous person from Fig Community. 8 days ago, 15K from a 2-hour live stream with him and his homies.
Now this right
Similar
here, I
views,
feel is pretty
3 weeks
foul.
ago,
Adam, you just going
13K,
over here
2
just
weeks
to
ago,
show
16K.
how
This one from yesterday,
bad Duno
7,500 views.
views are on the Big
that
Community
is
channel.
objectively
But
fucking
he's
horrible.
the
Especially when
most
you consider that the Fair to
notarized,
podcast,
famous person on the channel.
which doesn't really have any like
But
big
for his
names.
show,
I mean,
is
granted,
getting
that
lower
is
numbers
this
than
episode,
what
which is,
they're
just
doing on their
the reason
shows
why
on
it
the
has
channel.
a bit more than it would normally
But
have. I mean,
you know what? Let me say this.
like this one has.
I'll say this. Duno's definitely funny comedian. Feel me? And way up there with like, the communities of the Rasa and all that. He's a legend to them. Feel me? But I don't know. He just hasn't got up there like that. Like in their world, like with the community world, like he's up there for sure. Like he's literally up there. Like he's on type shit. Like he's, like I said, he's probably one of the most notarized people on that channel, other than we had Mac Wap on the interview the other day. But that's it. But yeah, so I think it's crazy that he's getting these type of low numbers. But like Adam said, he's not that good of a podcaster. I don't think that either, though. I think he is a good podcaster. Like he knows how to stay on topic. He knows how to, guide the plane, and then give it to somebody else, and keep it going. So yeah, I don't see what the reason is why he's getting these low numbers, bro. Like that shit's it's weird to me. That's surprising.
Trevor on it. 23K. I mean, that's like way more. That's like almost double what this Duno shit is doing. So there's like a weird dynamic with Fig Community where their most famous host is Duno, and he does the worst views of any of the hosts. You know, like Duno's way more famous than AD. He has way more followers than AD, but somehow he does like dramatically less views, which is pretty crazy if you really think about it. Like that just doesn't make a lot of sense. But I feel like Duno is funny on TikTok, and I feel like he does kind of suck as a podcaster. That being said, who was a better podcaster, Duno or Compa Raider? I'm gonna be real with you. Compa Raider is one of the worst podcasters of all time. I'm planning on having him back on the channel at least a little bit just to fuck around. But Compa Raider
You
pretty
said the
bad.
worst
Like
podcast
really has a
of all
hard time
time.
staying on
Damn.
topic. But that being said, Duno's like 10 years younger than him. So Duno has time to get better. Compa Raider is probably just like where he's at. He is entertaining in some way, just because he's always crashing out and acting crazy and everything like that. But I don't know. Evan S said, react to King Pill pressing J Hood, getting him to admit he worked with the police and tried to double back on it. King Pill is an interesting new character. King Pill, definitely an interesting new character. I agree with that. Pressing J Hood, I might have to search that up while we continue to watch this. King Pill J Hood. I'll try to find something.
Outspoken about Donald Trump helping them, and it may or may not
Shout out
have
King
influenced the
Pill,
black
shout out J
community
Hood.
to come out and support Donald Trump in his second term, knowing that he helped some of the people that they revere. Big U
I
is
got
not
that
a
queued up.
spokesperson. He's not a public person. He's not gonna get on TV and be like, Donald Trump helped me out, you know, like the Harry O dude did. Went to a rap.
TV.
Whoops.
Colorado.
Okay, and then
He
Sean
watching
said,
the
Adam, what's your
video, I think
relationship with
about
Sean
it.
Cotton? Sean Cotton actually set up an interview for me for tomorrow, which I'm really excited about. So shout out to Sean Cotton. Great content creator. To be totally real, Say Cheese been kind of lacking in recent memory. Like they were killing it for a while, and then I feel like maybe he's distracted or just like doing something else. But I love Sean Cotton. I think he makes great content. I'm supposed to actually get on the phone with him soon. So yeah, shout out to him. People kept commenting on the Mount Rushmore and saying that he deserved to be on it. And I do. If I had made the Mount Rushmore 5 people, I would have added Sean Cotton probably. But I feel like when it comes to Adam22, Academics, Joe Budden, and Vlad, I think you gotta give us the top 4. But I would probably give Sean Cotton number 5. Austin GT said, Adam, you should consider making Brandon a host. Shout out to Brandon. He is like a reoccurring news personality. As far as like a consistent host, that would be interesting. I'm not 100% sure on that. Hugh G Reaction said, what up, my boy? OG Rogue Gang here since the existential vlogging crisis vlog. Wow, that is some back in the day ass shit. Shout out to you. Crazy how far you've come since that vlog. Watching it back, it's kind of crazy, bro. When I wrote the history of No Jumper video that I'm still kind of working on and planning on releasing at some point, definitely I wrote about that vlog at least a little bit. So hopefully maybe that'll come out. If somebody could direct me to the King Pill J Hood thing, that would be great, because I'm not 100% sure if I have the right thing pulled up. But then also that, like, somebody just said King Pill boring as fuck. The whole channel been stale for 2 weeks. I mean, I was gone on vacation for like 10 days. So not to say that I'm the only person who can create exciting content on No Jumper, but you know, I am kind of like the engine that keeps the content going for the most part. So if the channel has felt a little dry, it's probably just because I was gone for 10 days. But now I'm back at it.
I mean,
right
see,
here.
the thing is too, is
Cash
like
Jackson,
that's what
$5
he's
said,
making it like more so. If you want to see the better shit, you have to be a member, because then you don't have to wait on the interviews like that. You could watch the longer live streams and shit like that when the live music reviews shit. Once it's already over, you can still watch it. You could watch the no censored interviews, basically, like they don't bleep anything out. So yeah, I mean, for the past 2 weeks, I would say that Whack, CEO Munchie, Flacco, and 600 Adam and Whack show episode. Yeah, that was trash, bro. That just wasn't it. This wasn't it, bro. Lush held it down though, but it just, yeah. I have to say, it don't seem the same when Adam's not there. But that's not a big shout out to Adam either, because Adam, you still, you know. But I can't lie, bro. Like Adam does keep the shit going, but like when he's not there, it kind of do seem kind of off. So yeah, I could hear what he's saying. I wouldn't say it was hella boring though, King Pill, or stale as fuck for 2 weeks. I mean, certain things they put out were So this is the stream with Munchie Lush and Geechee Gotti was cool. The stream with Lush, Munchie, and or was that the only one? Oh, my bad. Lush, yeah. Lush, CEO, Munchie, Whack, and Flacco. Trash. Trash buckets, bro.
Adam, I need a job. I'm a hard worker, funny as fuck, and you won't have to worry about me going back and forth to jail. Hit me. If you're interested in being a on-camera personality, for sure, just like make a video of yourself talking to the camera and then send it over this way.
You heard
and
him.
We'll review it.
Send him on an
because,
email.
There's really no other way that I could become confident in somebody's ability to be on the channel. So for sure, that's like, you know, you would just have to like make a video and then just like email it to me, Instagram DM to me, somehow get it to me. And if it's, you know, preferably not too long, maybe like 5 minutes, I could check it out.
Ali and spoke, you know, great things about Donald Trump, and I feel really influenced a lot of people to at least take a second look at Trump. Big U's not that guy. There's even murder attached to this stuff. Everything Trump released people on was minor, very minor offenses. Right. There really were no people who were hurt by it.
This is a fair take. He's got the correct perspective.
Guy was actually hurting people. I don't think it would be a good look for Trump politically, and I think Trump's smart enough to stay the hell away from it.
Yep. Everybody else is like, no, we just want to beef.
Yeah, I mean, I personally don't think he's going to do anything. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, hey, free that nigga, bro. Like I said, I'm the type of dude that, bro, I don't be wanting to see nobody in jail.
Yeah, no, that's a fact.
You feel me?
That's
If you ain't play with
no offense to Suspect, but this is something that like nobody ever has to say on any podcast ever again. It's like, I'm the type of dude where I don't want to see anybody go to jail. You know how many times I heard somebody say that on the podcast over the years? Not just my podcast, but that kind of like doesn't need to be said for the most part. So that's just my take, is that's almost like a non-statement, because obviously like anybody from the streets is going to basically say that. Nobi INF Gang Beats sent $5 and said, I'm doing my first ever music related live stream tomorrow. Do you have any advice for me on hosting it? What not to do? Music related live stream. Are you like reviewing music? Is that what you're doing? Because that would, you know, I don't know. I don't really know what advice I could give you about talking about music and everything. But I guess if you really want to like review people's music, I guess, and it's tough, honestly. Even those long live streams we've done in the past, it is tough to really like come up with something interesting to say about random music. Derek J said, Adam, you and Wack can get Charleston White on a call to see where y'all stand. He's a crazy guy, but the views Charleston brings skyrockets the content. Let me tell you, I tried to get Charleston White on the channel before, or like they reached out to me to get him on the channel, and basically they asked me for $32,000, which just to put into perspective how absurd that is like I would probably have to.
Yeah, you want Charleston White? We gotta get 32,000 from you. 22. That's crazy.
Get maybe like.
I should show you Charleston White, man. People pay 32,000 for him to hop on their platform. Yeah. Yeah.
5 or 6 million views just to break even. So yeah, no.
If you ain't did nothing,
you know,
if you ain't did no grape or nothing, then like, yeah, I feel like you don't deserve jail. Feel me? But I mean,
I don't wish that shit on my worst enemy.
I don't wish jail on nobody. And like bro was saying, yeah, I don't know too much about politics.
Brick called into the news.
I mean, I gotta do more research on that.
We got good
stuff. That one nigga be saying, I gotta go do my homework on that.
I gotta go do more research on that. Come on, Lil Reed.
Yeah, I gotta do more. I gotta go do some research on that. But
see me, I'm not real big on the whole politics thing, because I personally just feel like it's like the WWE. You feel me? I feel like one side SmackDown, one side Raw, and then it's a Vince McMahon that we don't see, that's behind the scenes, and they just all, you know,
one thing
comes to state shit, the community, and
that can help him. You feel me? But they can help each other because Trump.
Yeah.
No
Nigga
offense,
got-
but
that's how
he
life
just
works.
better
Like,
fast
for you
forwarding.
because it's like Trump will fuck with you.
You gotta
if
love
have
Adam.
views for not actually.
This
going on,
fucking guy.
It's too late. Trump did most of the pardoning and stuff around election season when he was trying to get reelected, when he lost to Biden, and then when he was trying to get reelected when he was going up against Biden, and then Harris. That's where he was kind of bringing this stuff was brought back to the light. Trump is in his second term. He has no election to fight for.
To be totally fair, I know this because my dad was pardoned by a president, but every president throughout history has basically like pardoned people as he left office, sort of just like snuck in a bunch of pardons, usually like a couple dozen maybe. That's what he did with my dad. Like when he was leaving office, he pardoned my dad on the way out. But Trump has really been kind of revolutionary in comparison because he's somebody who basically instituted the practice of pardoning people for political.
We'll go right back to it. We're just gonna see if there's anything else that Adam speaking on. There we can just get the clip from. Or actually, you know what? Yeah, I don't know why I did that. My bad, y'all. I don't know why I did that. It's left it on.
He's somebody who basically instituted the practice of pardoning people.
We
for
want to go
political
to the
reasons
little clip
throughout
with
his
him in
term.
short. That's what we want to.
Bucci Bear, one of Tariq Nasheed's top.
Oh wait, they already playing the audio. Oh
Like I
shit!
said, I don't know too much about the politics, so I'm gonna let you have that topic.
Yes, and
You
what
came with the hard
fuck?
yard.
Wait.
You came with the hard.
How did that just
Smart
happen?
enough to
When
know
did-
that they're not going to say anything where he could then make it about something else and bring a lawsuit or
God damn it!
it's how would he do that? Turn himself in. This process, as far as him, something silly, and
Jakari
they took
Carter
it in
shot it for the
something.
$2.
Jackets on.
Yeah,
niggas.
I don't.
You
Yeah,
feel
I
me?
just
Free
feel
that
like
nigga.
it's like
I don't think
Yeah.
once you get wind that he's trying to, but all I
Right.
say is free that nigga, and I'm not with the alleged, the suggested.
If he's guilty, put him in jail. If he's innocent, free him. I mean, there's nothing wrong with going through the justice process. Because if he is guilty and he gets freed, that now you got another criminal in the community. Like this guy, they said if he did it with extorting a person like that, like we trying to get ahead. Shit, we don't need no apology. I don't have to extort nobody.
Excuse me.
Indigestion. Suspect.
Oh,
has
lie,
indigestion.
that's crazy.
Wait, what's
Yeah, this
And
fucking
it
Shannon
just-
Sharp shit, we gonna get into that.
Oh God,
this
I ain't
is
gonna lie.
actually
No,
an
I
interesting
ain't gonna
topic.
lie. That's crazy. I really think my nigga. I think Unk's innocent.
Look, me personally,
They're
I
saying
think
that they don't
innocent.
fight again
He
until
does.
Brick calls in.
but looking up the you release you over telling the shit with
Yeah, he password.
Ooh, I haven't heard this yet.
I don't know. Anything I say, you're just gonna like get mad at, and you're just gonna hang up on me. So I feel like
We gonna listen to this again too. We doing the video
I
on it.
have warm, fuzzy feelings about this whole thing with Oh yeah, okay. Defiant with Brandon Tucker sent $5. He said, "Shout out my channel, set it up with Suspect, monetize it. Let's make some money." This is Brandon, the one that we're watching right now. Yeah, his channel is called Defiant with Brandon Tucker. Set it up with Suspect, monetize it. Let's make some money. I'm a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, by the way. Okay. I mean, honestly, Suspect, I'm not trying to take anything away from you in the streets. But generally speaking, yeah. If Brandon's
He
seriously
would
a
have just
a
done some
Brazilian
damage
Jiu-Jitsu
to the
black belt,
to
I
us,
mean,
bro. Like
that's-
you're a trap.
that's-
Oh, if y'all didn't,
that's a lot to
y'all go
bite
watch
off
that live
because
stream
the
that
type
Trap
of
did
attack
earlier.
that a jiu-jitsu guy is bringing
Yeah.
to the table, they're going to dive in, they're going to grab you
He
by your legs, they're gonna take you to the
deep
ground,
dive
and then they're going to choke
into
you out.
the
It's
little
just like,
Viral Wave
if you have no jiu-jitsu
podcast when
training
they
and you're
had
fighting
Brandon
a
on. They
black
was
belt,
speaking on basically.
that's going to be a
What?
short affair,
Shit.
and you might sneak a punch or two in. You might lump him up. You might give him a black eye if you manage to catch him on the way in. But realistically, being a jiu-jitsu god is basically the cheat code to dominate
Jiu-Jitsu God though.
physical altercation. So, I mean, if you seriously want to set that up, I mean, I don't know how involved I should be in that, but that would be very much of interest, I think, to the people out there. I mean,
I
let's
do know a
call
lot
a
of
spade.
people though that
Can Brandon get his
went
fade?
through a schooling and the training to
Makes
become
sense to me.
part of
I don't
that.
know. Where would this take
To
place? 'Cause I feel like we
become
can't just do it in the parking
masters
lot.
and
Like, if somebody falls and hits their head, that
Uh,
seems like a pretty bad result. TTMG Mick said,
People
set it up. I'll
can
roll
hold that
against
belt.
Brandon. Hey, man, whatever kind of jujitsu beef you guys
They
got,
are
man,
dangerous people.
that's between
They
y'all.
literally got to
know.
register their hands as weapons. So
What does that even mean?
Also, this whole Shannon Sharp thing makes me feel so not creepy since, you know, I am married to a 33-year-old woman. I am 41. There's a lot of hot 19, 20-year-old girls out
None
there.
of the
just to
plugs
say
only
the obvious.
33. What?
And
I
I
didn't
am
know
lucky
that.
in the sense that through doing porn,
That shit was like
I
maybe
occasionally get
37,
to experience
36.
some 20-year-old vagina. That being said, if I was single, I feel like it would be a dilemma because it's like, bro, if you're my age or never mind Shannon Sharp is damn near 60, it's generally viewed as kind of creepy for you to be running around with girls that young.
Yeah.
Now, they might be fun. They might have that good. It ain't stretched out yet. They ain't had any babies yet. There's no loose skin around the tummy. I feel you, bro. But, you know, you're really seeing in real time what comes with that. Brandon donated again. He said, I sent you a 1-minute clip on Instagram. It's him just standing up while I'm sitting. We approach fighting 2 different ways. I mean, I'm going to watch this whole thing. So, you know, if it's a clip from the podcast, I don't think we got to watch that because I'm gonna get to it.
Nothing yet. You want to be a dick to me now, so.
I don't want to be. Don't manipulate me.
Bitch, that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to manipulate your ass.
Oh, Lord have mercy. If you say that one more time, I'm going to fucking choke the shit out of you when I see you. Thank you.
But
Telling a 19-year-old girl that you're going to choke the shit out of her, also probably not the wisest idea that I can imagine.
Oh shit.
Oh, okay. Brandon sent me a clip of him doing jujitsu. Now we're talking. I'm gonna pull this up.
What is that?
well, like, well,
You sound hard.
I don't.
You know what?
Yo, Adam, Jakari Carter said, yo, Adam, would you ever do a Chicken P interview? I'd actually love to do a Chicken P interview. I previously spoke to him about it. Kind of seemed like it was going to happen, and then he just like didn't tap back in. So I don't know what the status of that is. But if you have an in, tell him the 22 store would love to speak to him. Love his music. I think he's super talented. Mike said, what you think Kanye 2 hitting on rating? What does that mean? What do you think Kanye 2 hitting on? I don't know. His cousin's fucking penis, I guess. DG said,
Right.
sent $5. Thank you very much. He said, Brandon is Bucci Bear, one of Tariq Nasheed's top ops. Okay. I was aware of that. I haven't really.
Tariq Nasheed. Who the fuck is that again? I heard that name
I don't want
before.
to be choked.
I don't want to be choked.
Yes, you do.
Well,
Bro, this is one of the oddest conversations like I ever heard. Like,
Yeah,
it's weird as fuck. I don't know what's going
Yeah,
on.
I ain't gonna lie. I think she was setting a play
you
up
feel me? Because
because she was lost. Like she didn't really know where she was going with the conversation.
She just waiting. We're recording it because where's this audio
Yeah,
coming from?
and I ain't gonna lie. He fucked up
He
by
did
even
some freaky
saying
shit.
that. Yeah, he said some crazy shit. She said,
Yeah.
"I don't want to," and the nigga said, "Yes, you do."
Like, what? What the fuck is you on, bro? You on some freaky ass shit, Shannon, bro. I fuck with your
But yeah, they're all laughing, and Brandon's just sitting here straight faced as he watches a successful black man's reputation being torn down to the ground by a young harlot. I'm gonna be real. This is why Shannon Sharp should not be involving himself with these young ass chicks. If you are going to be doing that, you need some paperwork. You need nanny cams. You need recordings of any kind of interaction that you have because you've created an environment in which any woman can say whatever the fuck they want about you. That being said, a lot of people do kind of enjoy like weird, freaky dominatrix type relationships, and I could kind of see a world in which
True,
he's
true.
telling her that he's gonna choke her.
But
Kind of like a sexy.
he
fun
wasn't talking
little
about
game
choker
that
in
they
that
have
way.
going
I don't
on.
think.
I don't know. I'm kind of like shooting him a little bit too much bail right there because do I know anybody who actually talks to their partner like that in a consensual manner? Not really, but it is possible. Urban Gorilla donated $5. Said, shout out my bro Brandon. I killed him in that debate, but trust my boy Sus don't want them hands from bro. Well, let's find out. We're gonna tune in right now. Brandon obviously is the African American gentleman here, and then this guy is, you know, someone straight out the wood pile. Let's see how this works.
Straight out the wood pile.
Nice, Brandon.
Oh, what? Get him in the crucifix here? Is that what we're gonna do? No, we're going for side control. I could be an MMA commentator, for the record. Put me in the game, coach. Dana, put me in. Oh yeah, he's got the arm
Good job,
chopped and everything.
Brandon.
This is over. Well, we didn't actually see the tap there, I guess, but yeah, he just dominated the fuck out of homie. Wow, that was intense, honestly. You know, I'm sure that there are some like shady you know, jujitsu gyms out there that are handing out fucking black belts a little bit looser than they should. But for most people, any established gym, which I'll give them the benefit of the doubt, I'm sure it is, it's like 10 years minimum of training to get your black belt. Shit is no joke at all. So that was pretty crazy. I did exactly one jiu-jitsu tournament in my entire life. It was pretty difficult to make weight, got manhandled. Dude fucked me up. Dude was way smaller than me, but way stronger than me, and just absolutely caused me to tap.
Yeah,
really
my shit was
quickly.
loud too.
It was a fun experience. I wish I had stuck with it, but I just kind of, I don't know. My BMX career was still in the full throes at the time. I actually went to the shoot box in Long Beach, right on, what is that street? I forget. It's all the way down by that one park that we used to always ride at.
Where's the short shit? We want to see some. We want to hear you talk about some drama. I don't want this shit. Yeah, that's where he does the sharp shit. You want to do the sharp shit? Joe Budden, okay. Guess that's where he can't even do the sharp shit. Yeah, well, yeah, I think he does though. Reacts to sharp, like basically saying the shit with Brick. I could have swore he that's 5 hours ago. Nah, this is like recent shit, bro. So 9 months ago. What the fuck? No, no. Yeah.
Outside, he ain't moved.
Now that we know that he's a black belt, it's like pretty fucking hilarious to see Suspect so confident, because having watched that other video, man, yeah, I don't think Suspect knew exactly what tree he was barking up here.
You know how shit be.
Oh God.
Regular shit.
That's what Loose Cannon just did.
That's good. Can we talk about that?
Wait, what happened?
Oh man, that's the crazy part. Loose Cannon sitting here lying online. His hand ain't broke. You know what I mean? I never was his celly. I don't know how the hell he talk about he moved me out the cell. Nigga ain't never moved me out the cell a day in their life unless it was blood and holes inside a nigga body, man. Then when I find out he lying online, I tell him to come on here, come upstairs and get that good old ass whooping. He caused a scene in the day room, man. The next day he out of here, man. I ain't gonna call it a roll up. I don't know, but we still right here, cool in the real.
That's
Wait a
roll
minute.
up.
He rolled it up? Oh, hell nah. Loose cannon. You can't be rolling it up. You know, in the streets, in the jails, we can't be rolling it up. That's one thing I learned from pretending to be a gang member for all these months and years. You can't roll it up. You got to go in there, catch 10 fades back to back, 20 fades back to back, 30 fades back to back. These are the rules. So, shit, man, I don't know about that. Loose, we're going to have a talk, because if you're rolling it up, there will be consequences. We will summon you to the No Jumper building, and we will turn the tables on you. You will be the one getting stripped, pistol whipped, and beaten. Just kidding. Charisse, don't tell him I said that. That was just a joke. But, god damn, that's a heavy accusation.
The real gang, man. The score is still right here, man. You know what I mean?
Hey, how you holding up, Rick?
I'm doing good. I've been working back out. I done gained like 15 pounds already.
We already know how you get, nigga.
Oh, we need thick brick. It's brick, not the thick. We need thick brick out in abundance. That sounds amazing.
Yeah,
Oh,
they
bro.
come out the county, nigga, looking like little big meat and shit.
Hey, I'ma look like I was here, man. I'm eating all my zooms and whams, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go up for another bill in a couple of months, man. I'm gonna let them get over the fact that I ain't the one they looking for real quick, man. You know what I mean?
How you feeling as far as your body? Because you know we do what we do when we on the outside. You know, that was the only thing I was really worried about. I know you can handle yourself in jail. I know a nigga want to be back with his family, but I know how that shit get when you go from off the street and they lock your ass in that cage. How you feeling now?
Hey, you hear me? I'm back right. And then you already know they got little tweakers here. You know what I mean? It'll be all right, man. You know.
Yeah, you ain't gotta say no more, nigga.
Yeah. It's all love. They probably, only get 10 minutes at a time. I was 5 minutes in when I called y'all, man. No Jumper, the coolest podcast in the world, man. Y'all can stay tuned to the home team, man.
Facts, free that nigga.
We're thinking about you, Brick. Free Brick.
Yeah, free Brick.
Appreciate you,
Good
man.
looking, bro.
Anytime, man.
Good looking.
Wow, that's actually interesting. So, I think a lot of people are probably expecting Brick to have some sort of negative reaction to the video that I put out the other day, even though in the video I made it clear that while I did have
This isn't it though, but I'm gonna go to
Brick
it right
said
after this.
to me or to other people / about me that, I think probably everybody in this room was expecting him to have at least a little bit of a different energy towards me, but that's dope, I guess. Because I also, like, if you really watch the video, if you really pay attention to it, I did say that regardless of all that, we're gonna do a live stream for him. We're gonna make free Brick Baby shirts, etc. So I mean, it's like you can't really like take that as me being just straight out the window hating on you, right? I mean, the truth is, this is the problem with Brick, is that he's a little bit, I don't want to say two-faced, but sometimes you just see him do stuff. You'll sort of see him talk about somebody some sort of way, and then you'll see him interacting with that person and having a little bit of a different energy. And it just can be a little bit like, damn, like, okay, so like, where do you actually fall on this? Like, I've seen him do that. And I mean, we've clarified and we specified, even with something like, the Loose situation, etc., that it's like, oh, all right, you like hated this dude and now all of a sudden you're around him. Sorry, I heard a noise. I don't know. But at the end of the day, Brick is charming. He's funny. He's a good time. He's,
All right. That's not the one I was talking about though. It's where's it at?
I just got off the phone with Brick. Number one, he has not spoken to Sharp at all.
Man, Sharp, get the fuck out of here.
That
man.
makes a lot of sense.
So hearing that kind of made me like, oh, all right, maybe I kind of jumped the gun with the video and stuff, because I feel like I also took it as a little bit more of like a personal thing that he said the thing about people with their feet kicked up on vacation or whatever. And we just had this whole conversation about it. We're still all good. And even his girl, I was talking to his girl, and she said that she didn't tell Sharp any of the shit that he was saying in that video. So, you know, in that video, he's so certain. He's saying, I don't think, I know, etc. Yeah. She's saying she didn't feed him any of that information, and he's just basically being, you know, himself and just being a snake trying to hype shit up. So that's number one. And number two, this is good. He told me that Luce has not had a fade the whole time he's been in there. He said he asked Luce for a fade at least 8 times, and that I don't want to use the phrase rolled it up, because that's not something Brick said, but he did say that Luce has been moved to a separate division, and he is now actually like with Dirk.
What? Wait, Dirk? Brick's with Dirk or Luce?
You turn down the fade with Brick, and you get to become OTF, I guess. No, I'm kidding. Not, but like he just said that like there's different sections to the prison or whatever, and that basically like he got shipped off.
Because what was up with that narrative, bro? Luce was, I guess they said that Luce was trying to poke Brick up or some shit, and then that's why he went PC. Oh, there's a bunch of different shit in this YouTube universe I've been seeing around about that shit. So who knows what is true, free Luce or whatever. Free everybody that's locked down. I am gonna have the IBM people come through tomorrow, so see what they gonna say.
Like an upgrade, right? Like you get to now kind of like
because another they put him in high power.
Bro,
it sounds like
Luce Cannon's a very convincing guy, bro. Luce Cannon in Lil Durk's ear, the possibility is endless.
But yeah, they doubled down and confirmed that they were never sellies, that was always like a viral play by Luce to basically like get some attention or whatever. And like
they're running plays in jail is crazy.
Yo, exactly. Running clout plays in jail. Fighting for your freedom is nuts.
So Brick said that he tried to catch Luce's fade several times and Luce turned down the fade.
And keep in mind that Luce is, as far as I know, fully functioning, has full capabilities of his body. Brick got shot in the neck, so he's definitely got at least some like nerve damage that makes it look like if anybody should be like turning down a fight, it should be Brick, because he's got fucking serious problems with his arms and shit. But according to Brick, he requested this fade many times and that Luce was not going for it.
So we know, like I said off rip, I don't think they were ever cellmates, but they were in the same pod, right? Because
they were cool.
They were in the same pod, but I mean, I think maybe what makes sense is that all the celebrities, Lil Durk, Luce Cannon, maybe they want to put all them together. So it's obviously like there's a certain
high power
echelon there. Lil Durk, Luce, they're kind of on the same level.
Yeah, they're right there.
Right?
When I think of Luce Cannon, I think, you know, accolades.
Well, no, according to Brick,
Dirk and Dave, Luce and Dirk.
Luce and Dave.
According to Brick, is he asked for the fade, but then he says that Luce Cannon made a lot of ruckus in the day room.
Called the scene is what they call it.
Yeah, and because he like calls a scene, you know, like trying to fight.
Many such cases.
Yeah, but I don't know, man. If he was really trying to fight, then is it really like rolling up? If you really was trying to fight, and then they just say, "Yo, you caused the scene."
But you're not really trying to fight if you make it a big scene.
If you causing the scene, he tried to go live in the day room.
Not live. That's crazy.
That's what it's called, going live in the day room.
Oh, okay.
He tried to go live in the day room, and it didn't work apparently.
That's like if you want to beat my ass, right? And we at the same house party, you're not gonna walk like. You don't just walk up to me and be like, "Hey, let's go outside real quick." If you're like, "Hey, there that fool is, he over there."
We've all seen this done.
You don't want to fight
on the streets, but in jail where there's like that much more scrutiny on you, it's gonna be even crazier.
Yo, there needs to be like a prop bet on who's gonna tell. Now, I don't think Brick or Luce is gonna tell, but if I had to put money up on it,
you had a lot of
I probably invest a little $1,000.
No,
nah, he had a lot of dumbass ideas. That was smart.
Come on, right? Because bro,
pull up a little pole, have niggas bet money. You
think about the return on that
prize at the end if something happened, a little pool,
right? Because think about this, right?
You feel me? That's like a little gamble.
Yeah, that's gambling. Is amazing idea.
Yeah, right. Because probably
like
what.
That.
Right, because listen, right, because look, if let's do this,
fans too, we got to incorporate the fans.
Mike, you got to make a graphic right now.
$100,000. again, right? And folks said, man, but they're not telling. And again, you bet your 1,000 and they bet 100,000 because probably the odds like what 1 to like 100. Bro, you probably walk away with like, you know, like $1 million, right? Right? Because bro, listen, there's this thing where people think that everybody on this case is gonna be solid. I'm saying
That's impossible.
that's impossible. Somebody gonna tell.
These niggas not a biker gang.
But I thought that most of the people have already told.
No, I'm
That's
talking
why-
about just Brick,
Okay.
Big U, Loose Cannon, and the Trap Kitchen chick, right?
Right, but
The odds
technically,
would show somebody's gonna.
Somebody tell them.
technically the only person that
Yeah.
is even on her, like Brick's not even on that indictment. So
Yeah, sure, but Brick. Okay, so they brought the case against Brick. They are hoping they can flip Brick.
for sure,
You feel me?
100%. That's what
Yeah,
Operation
so like got to
Drawdown
group them
is.
together. Now, hey, listen, man. You know, listen. I don't feel very comfortable putting up $5,000 that somebody is gonna flip. I don't know who,
For
but
sure.
somebody gonna flip.
But I think the most
sure.
important takeaway right now is W Brick and W Brick and Adam friendship thriving.
Yeah, I mean, even
Because-
when I made that video, like obviously I gave it a hyperbolic title and everything, but
Yeah.
like my point with that video was just to kind of add additional context for people because I feel like people were not understanding that there already was a certain amount of debt or whatever. But
Yeah.
that being said, you know, I understand he's in a fucked up place. I actually just sent his girl a couple grand just to, you know, help ease this transition
Really?
and everything.
That's
yeah,
right.
just to
Wow.
be solid and everything. So either way, me and Brick good. We're probably gonna talk more later today. But I
Did
gotta
you do it? Wait, did you do that because he sweet talked you and on the phone, or did or like was the plan already to?
Well, you know, I like
Yeah,
getting
a
sweet
couple
talk by
thousand.
my baby Brick, but then
Yeah,
also
yeah,
them
pause.
clarifying the Sharp
Yes, sir.
situation, etc., just kind of made it
But-
like, all right,
okay.
all right, I feel like I want to.
But the vacation stuff though, did he say, "Yo"?
See,
that
look,
was
you
just
gotta
between
he
give
us?
said that wasn't for me.
You got to give bro more
Oh,
benefit
he's
of
sweet
the
talking.
doubt. Then you got to give bro more benefit of the doubt.
Yeah.
Then because nigga heard Sharp say some random shit. But I get it though because I like I said before you walked in here, I feel like them niggas never stopped talking.
I hope he's not lying. He really didn't talk to Sharp. You feel me? hope
I
that's
said
not
before he
lying.
came here, I was like, I was under the
Imagine
assumption
that,
they was
right? Like
always
Sharp
talking.
shows the.
I don't know about jail.
You know that like Sharp could get one tiny like he's such a desperate person that has nothing going on in
Give
his
him an
life. He
inch.
doesn't know
Yeah.
what love is. He doesn't know what friendship is. He doesn't know what it is to have a real relationship with somebody. So he's on the phone with Brick's girl. Keep in mind, this might be the first woman who had a conversation with him in months because Sharp is down bad.
Yeah.
And you know,
Struggling.
he's getting all jazzed up. Yeah, it's the homie's girl, but he's feeling himself like, damn, a bitch talked to me today, church. I'm feeling pretty big. I'm feeling cool. And so I feel like that, like,
It's the homie's wife.
he just run. Yeah, he don't even care. He just run. He ain't even trying to fuck her. He just, a little bit of attention.
She got a
Girl,
pussy,
this feels
church.
so good. I don't know. I got to dip though, but I appreciate you guys. And
I talked to Sharp last night on Clubhouse. You feel me? You feel me?
he a
That's
dirty
right.
bitch. All right.
That nigga on Clubhouse now.
Salute.
Nah, man.
If you hood educated, I'm glad you made it. Allow me to unfold my knowledge, wisdom, and understanding from a hood brother's point of view to all of you, here, there, and everywhere. Now check me out. I can see it right now. I see all the Dirk fans all over the United States of America and all over the world rejoicing. Yeah, he got a reconsideration. Dirk coming home. Dirk coming home. And you know, all that. And allow me to say this right here. If Dirk is completely innocent of the charges that he has been charged with, the murder for hire and things like that, then he should come home. He should. If he is innocent, he don't deserve to be locked up. However, if he's guilty, you do the crime, you got to do the time. That's just how it goes. Those right there are the rules of engagement, whether you want to be a criminal or whether you want to be a tax-paying citizen. If you out here
Yeah, no,
committing
no, no, no.
crime,
Yo, we gonna
you
go to
get
something else real quick. That's definitely something that we gonna check out. Shout out to Hood Educated, but that's for the Dirk
I just got
video,
off the phone
man.
with Brick. Number one,
The other one we gonna do.
he has not.
We gonna end it right there. You know what? Yeah, we're gonna end it after we do this.
Now I've been hearing a lot of drag, homie. When this shit come made 13 hours ago. You know what they
Start gonna
said to me
speak on
once
it a
my
little
name
bit.
gets brought up. You know, I've been nothing but cool. And like when I kind of heard a little bit about what was being said, I was like, damn, all I did was just keep it real. Why I
I'll
gotta
be
get
back
called
after this when we end it, and then
judged by another
on
man
to the next
calling
one,
me
man. But
ugly?
I really
What's wrong
think
with people? What do we really
this
have going on,
one,
homie? Is this us really playing the dozens, or is this like
this
some
one,
fucked up way to still try to trigger
trying to
situations?
remember the
What's really
one.
going
It's
on?
Adam
What's your
says
real
some shit.
malfunction with me, dog? I
Y'all
really
probably
want to
heard it.
know because you
Heard
got a lot
play
of
it.
hate for me, and I'm the that your man
Basically,
most
Adam
fucking
saying
with.
some shit
So
about
like,
Shark
what's your real problem, homie?
again. And,
Like,
yeah,
what are you really on? We need to go ahead and we need to hear
we
this,
got it.
homie.
It's been long dormant, ignored, turned my back on it, to be totally honest. But solo content, I'm gonna be real.
Solo content, you never did that. Would you start watching me or something? What is it, gang? Tonight, I'm about to dissect your white ass. You need to really hear about how you was really acting in this video, dog. You seem scared, you seem nervous, and you don't know what direction you want to go in next. All you had to do was just really listen to me about what I had going on for me. Anybody else, I don't care about none of that. But you don't know how to listen to people, dog. You just listen to yourself. You about to get ready to bull this for the next 14 minutes and 28 seconds. But I'm here for it. Let's go ahead and do it. Let's see what it is.
Done it in a long time, but I feel like I got something to say. I don't always want to wait for the podcast. I don't always want Lush breathing down my neck, getting in the way of my topics. Shout out to Lush. But today, you already know what I'm going to talk about. Big baby, I'm coming for you. So let me explain. I was in Turks and Caicos for approximately 1 week, and it came down the pipe while I was out there. Pause. That Brick Baby had some choice words for the 22 stir, and today we're going to be reacting to those words. When Brick Baby came on the platform 2 years ago, pretty quickly, the feds ran up in his crib and raided him. He needed money to get out. Now, it's been discussed at length that I fronted him an amount of money, $5,000, so that he could get out the same day that he was picked up. I know WAC 100 and a few other people have been spreading information saying that this was cap. I don't know. Honestly, the other day in the Reddit, somebody posted information saying that he really did have a bail. I didn't make a big deal out of it. I gave him the money, had to get him back out on the streets. I knew that he had potential. I knew that I could take him from being a marginal figure in the LA podcast.
How long ago was this? We talking about where he's at right now. I hate when, like, bro, you cannot sit there and hold somebody accountable to where they're at now versus when you feel like, oh, well, I shot him something before, you know, and whether it was true or not, whether he was in jail or not, I still shot the bread, and that should fall in some type of notoriety. Nah, man. Come on, dog. This proves to me already this is not where you're supposed to be, bro. Just be cool with it. You better off just doing that. Just being cool with people, bro.
Never asked him for the money back. Never asked for it. You feel me? Now, to his credit, for like 2 years after that, he did not ask me for any additional funds. So from my perspective, you know, I was just like, okay, whatever. This is part of doing business. I gave him the 5K. I'm not going to bring it up again. And
so it was 2 years. And I don't even like to pinpoint this because the only reason I'm on this is because you brought my name up, dog. And you was really saying some little weird shit, acting like I don't know what I'm talking about. I talked to his baby mama only a couple times. She let me know, homie, and she's letting me know that they weren't trying to really release the last little piece of his salary. I mean, just do that. Nobody's saying you gotta go and pay 20, 30,000 for a lawyer or any of that shit. That's not even where we're at, bro. But just get a nigga, hey, it's gonna go to his family, bro. He had other obligations before he went into jail. And last time I checked, he was on your shit. with you the entire time. At least get a nigga the rest of his salary, bro. That's all I was saying. That's all I was saying, gang.
The course of those 2 years, my prediction did come true. Brick Baby basically soared to new heights, became one of the most talked about people in the community. And as far as our relationship,
hey, the only reason that you even knew that type of shit was because Brick Baby knows a lot of rappers. He knows a lot of people. When it comes to Atlanta and just him being plugged in, you knew what you had. Brick actually knew other people across country. You know what I'm saying? He was networked with music. He was niched in with certain things. So he was able to make certain phone calls and be like, hey man, what's going on with this? Adam liked that shit. You did, bro. Keep that shit in the bag. It's cool. But bro, let's be honest. Like, and I don't like to, this ain't no knock to other niggas, but you already had somebody ready to take his place. You had somebody ready to take his place, homie. That shit kind of backfired on you. See, Brick's smart. Brick know how to stand it. He know how to just maneuver, get his dough, and just be chilling. You tried to go get, I don't know what the you tried to do, homie. I don't even get it. You had to do it. Listen, homie, you learned that when it came to Crip Mac. You know I'm telling the truth, dog. You know it. You learned that shit from Crip Mac. Okay, well, this thing ain't stay out of jail. I got to get somebody who can kind of, suffice the situation of what I got going on with the person I had there in the position before. Bruh, you like characters. You've said it. You're going to build new characters all the time. So you always got a game plan just in case that character even if you didn't fall out with him. Hell, you tried to replace me, backfired on you miserably. Miserably, bro. But I get it. You ain't have to pay that nigga like you had to pay me. He telling himself every time.
out of town doing whatever, never fronted on him in terms of the money. Now we've got Sharp, who, Sharp has never done anything besides traffic women and be ugly, and he's out here trying to cast judgment on me. So let's play the Sharp clip.
Pretty much, if he is to get out, or, even hits the streets, they don't want him on that podcast at all. They want him to resign from it, like, be done with it. The feds do not want him on No Jumper, no longer. I'm telling you facts. This isn't what I think. No, it's what I know.
So if this is true, this is the first and only source that I've heard from that has specified this in any way. Do I have concerns about Bray Baby returning to the platform? Yes, obviously. That would be kind of interesting, and I would wonder about the level of heat that it would draw to the building. Obviously, things like the gun that they saw in his waistline that I didn't see and that I don't think the comments saw, but that was pointed out in his bail hearing that he had a strap on him. That kind of thing is the kind of thing that I would want to really be on point with. But the idea that the feds or the cops have told Brig that he's no longer allowed to be on No Jumper, this is a Sharp narrative as of this point. Like, I have absolutely no idea if this is a real thing or not.
You say this is a Sharp narrative. I gotta talk to this baby mama, bro. I'm not over here telling no drag or no type of bull, nothing. These were stipulations that were set. She's telling me. I'm not talking to Brick. I'm talking to his baby mama, homie. I'm trying to figure out what's going on with him. I don't need to be on nobody's phone, no type of extra, nothing. Hey, it's all been reciprocated. Like, it is what it is, dog. Me and you, we're not alike. You're tripping. It's a Sharp narrative. I mean, if you really talk to his baby mama, you know this is for real. It's a Sharp narrative. No, this is what his baby mama told me. She said a part of his stipulations, if this does get out, he's not allowed to go on No Jumper. And why would he? Because all they're going to want to do is talk about the case, and he's not going to be allowed to talk about that being under, circumstances that are not everybody's problem. To a lot of you dummies, because it went to prove because everybody was screaming, oh, they're going to be out on Wednesday. No, they're not. I knew it when it came to the bail hearing. I knew. Play like that. They're just giving him that. Now you got to appeal it. And then, to hear, when he was calling, Adam, he ain't answering, or whatever the case may be. He's calling people, and they not picking up. Now they're avoiding. Why is that? Why aren't you answering Brick calls?
Another cap.
Okay, well, it really wasn't Brick calling, it was his baby mama. And when his baby mama was hitting him up or sending texts, just trying to get the last little residuals that he had sitting around, they went ghost on her. She telling me like, hey, Sharp, I was just trying to, get the last little bit for him because, that's how they survived. Man, Brick was the breadwinner.
So to me, I'm gonna be real with you. I just feel like this is some hoe ass shit. No offense, Brick. I don't really want to use the hoe word when it comes to you or anything. But how are you gonna be out here communicating shit like this to Sharp and not having the nuts to say it to me? And then
He didn't communicate it to me. Like I said, I talked to his baby mama. I just felt like, and when I spoke up on it, it was never in no type of fucked up malicious way. I just said, hey, at least get a nigga the last little piece of his salary. He got a family to feed, dog. You don't really be thinking about his families, homie, or what they got going on. You just use us. You really do, dog. You really just use us. You don't think about we got sons, daughters, uncles, aunties, cousins, brothers, sisters. You don't give a fuck, niggas. Don't nobody move past what you got going on. You ain't one time mentioned this man's daughter. You don't know what the fuck he had going on, homie.
the time that he was on the podcast. So this is ridiculous. This is just totally fake. Sharp, again, basically a bum at this point. He's on the verge of homelessness. He's going to go back to Vegas and continue his trafficking career at the truck stops in Vegas. And apparently he's just trying to get one little tiny moment of clout by calling me out. His YouTube channel is in the dirt. And so he's out here spreading misinformation about me. Sharp, use a hoe. Use a hoe commenting on real business because you've never ran a business. You're doing live streams for 200 people for 6 hours every night. I know this video is not about Sharp, but it's just so hard for me to hold my tongue when it comes to describing what a hoe ass Sharp is.
Damn. How's it me? That's crazy. Gang, how's it me? What? Because I called it for what it was? It's me. Damn, I ain't even going that deep in on you. I just called it for what it was. I talked to the man's baby mama. She like, man, Sharp, I ain't got to, when I did reach out about some money or about, looking out for him, they ghosted her. It's facts. And I overheard him say something in the shit saying, well, Sharp, you ain't did nothing. Hey, man, listen, homie. I made sure I looked out. I sent some bread, man. Straight up. However it went, however it go, I still sent some bread. I ain't sent no life-changing money, but I at least sent more than what you did. You over here talking about some IOUs. You like to use it. That's like me, chat, right? And let's say you owe me some money, and when you go to jail, and we supposed to be tied in, you go to jail, and I say, hey, well, this is why I'm not gonna put no money on your because you really owe me in the end. Don't nobody want to hear that. Don't nobody want to hear that. He's a bullshitter. He's drag. Boy.
While you're locked up, that's just not, that's an abuse of the relationship that you think that we have. It's like, there's probably a lot of people in your life that could help you out with money. And I have nothing against giving the guy some money for commissary, helping his girl out with whatever. It's just at a certain point, you've already worked up a significant debt with me. It takes a lot of nerve to make YouTube videos basically throwing shade at me when realistically, I'm probably the person who showed you the most love in recent memory. Now, that being said, Brig, he's locked up. He's detoxing off perks, I'm assuming. So he's probably not in the best mental state. I'm not turning my back on him by any means. I'm just calling out some behavior that I personally don't really agree with.
Why is your video labeled turning my back on Brig Baby? This video is labeled turning my back on Brig Baby, but says he's not turning his back on him. Chat, y'all gotta make it make sense. This video is called Turning My Back on Brig Baby. Boy, like, I don't get, like, and y'all love this shit. This is so fake. You couldn't even manage that $4 million building, dog. You couldn't even keep it by yourself. Real shit. If you believed in it so much, you would have kept the building. You don't got nobody there no more. You ain't about to start coming out your pocket. You're a greedy bastard. You're a greedy ass bitch. You suck. You can't even talk about me. Same day you talked about me, they delivering me plaques. You're trash.
Trauma to a courtroom packed with silence. This is the rise and spiral of Eric Holder Jr. and the loss that shook a culture. March 31st, 2019 in South Los Angeles, the Crenshaw District. A Sunday afternoon that would change hip-hop forever. Nipsey Hussle was standing outside his own store, the Marathon, when bullets started to fly, 10 shots. The man who pulled the trigger didn't just shoot and run. He walked back up to kick Nipsey in the head right in front of all of the witnesses. That's not just gang-related. That's personal. Within minutes, chaos erupted. Sirens echoed, streets swarmed, and the entire city, hell, the whole culture started to ask, who was Eric Holder Jr., and why did he kill Nipsey Hussle? This is the story, unfiltered, uncensored, from the street rumors to the courtroom and everything in between. Eric Holder Jr., the rapper who didn't make it before the incident, before the trial, and before the world knew him as the man who killed Nipsey Hussle. Eric Holder Jr. was just another LA kid chasing fame. His rap name, Fly Mac.
Then bounce to this. Do you dance slow? I'll bounce to this. I'ma slide with a hoe when I bounce to this. I ain't been let off fire for good tries. Running from me, pistol smoking, niggas can't deny. Trigger finger itching, but nigga, I'm a rider. Leave him cooking on the concrete like a fire. Hit a nigga with the 4-5, how it go? Sweetie trigger to the gun, click.
He dropped music on SoundCloud. He posted up in the neighborhood, and he claimed the Rolling 60s, the same set that Nipsey Hussle was tied to. But the difference between Nipsey and Eric, Nipsey rose to the top. He built up businesses. He gave back to the block. And Eric, he stayed stuck in the streets, lost respect, and never really got supported. And when his rap dreams didn't work out, frustration started to boil. To make things even worse, his name in the streets was already shaky. One time, he got into a
Yeah, Eric was at his wit's end. You know what I mean? Shit, crazy. I didn't know he had a little rap career. I heard he,
fight with another well-known squabbler from the Crips. Some said over nothing. He got embarrassed, beat up, and violated. And according to some, he never shook that L.
Bro, the nigga he pull up on the block, right? He ain't been around in a while. And the last time he been around, homies whooped him out, right? And they was telling me, like, I think Cuz spent the block and got cracking. I'm like, damn. I'm like, Cuz, like, he on that? Like, yeah, that was the last thing I heard of Cuz. So this is like 2016 maybe. Cuz come pull up on the block, bounce out the car, no shirt on, just like that day. Walk up Overhill 60. Mind you, we in the Overhill up 42. So I'm saying this shit back. He saying over here, I'm saying it back. Like, he tell me, go to the back. Mind you, we on the block, my people stay on for the back. It's my folks' house. So I'm like, well, I ain't go to the back. My nigga Cooney stay 2 doors down. He like, bro, we gonna go on the back of my shit. But he telling City, bro, why?
Man, that was really break little homie young. He pull up to my Overhill 60. Pull up in the back. Overhill 60s. You know what I'm saying? No disrespect, bro. I be slurring sometimes.
Doing this, bro. He like, I don't give a fuck. He like, bro, we go to the back. We squabble up. I sock on Cuz. He want to go again. I beg, put him to sleep. Now I'm turned up. So I'm dragging his seat, waking him up. Like, get the fuck out of here. Booty got my boy from on Cut. Get up out of here. Cut, get up, stumble to the car. Cut, give me this death stare. He get in the car, drive off, and just stare me down. He don't say nothing else. Oh my kid, that dude was trying to get me for like 2 weeks, fool. Y'all think Ali killing in his car one night. I'm like, man, out of town. Like, they said no, bro. Was in school with Cuz and all that, bro. It wasn't too many going to school, bro, that was actively going try to down shit at the same time at 7, 8 in the morning. Like, bro, he come from that era of as soon as you come on the block, this board, let's go. He comes from that. So his whole crew, he didn't have his crew no more. He felt like he was isolated. He just wasn't fucking with him over a rumor that he told. Cuz doing drugs, he's losing his mind. You feel me? That's all. This is all of what Cuz going through within a stretch of 10 years. He's watching the hood on TV, watching Nip blow up. He's watching the hood get cracking, and he can't be involved. And he feel like he's more of a loc than a lot of. So he feels some type of way. Yeah, he feels some type of way. So every time he came to the hood, he got a major chip on his shoulder. And the day he swapped with me, we had nothing to do with nothing. I thought it was something personal, so I kept trying to figure it out. I'm thinking that he used to be tight with. trying to figure out what the was that about, but cuz just wasn't there in the dome. And I hadn't seen him after that squad walk. I seen him try to pull up on me a couple of times. Shit got tricky, then I ain't seen him no more. Then the day that Nip died, it was the first day cuz ever came back to the hood.
He became more aggressive, more reckless, more unpredictable around that neighborhood. The warning signs were already there. But what happened next? That's when things really changed. His hood name? Cuz, under Brick Baby, who was his big homie. Before all of the drama, before the incident went down, there was another name that was tied close to Nipsey Hussle and Eric Holder Jr. It was Brick Baby. Also known as Brick Baby Central, a name that holds weights in the streets of the South Central area, especially in the Rolling 60 Crips. Brick wasn't just a rapper, he was a soldier, a respected member, and according to multiple sources,
see, Brick really was around. That's why they be upset with him. Like, hold on, bro. It seemed like Eric was around too, but he was on some bullshit.
A big brother to Eric Holder Jr.
This is a video. I think this is a post from 478 weeks ago, July 13, 2015. It's my rap video on me. Strap on me, got bands on me, programs on me. All I fuck with is drugs. Well, this guy right here happens to be Eric Holder, right?
While he was the little homie, Brick Baby was already active and respected in the LA gang's politics. He rolled with the right people, had ties to free bands with Future, and was even affiliated with Atlanta artists like Young Thug and Pee Wee Longway. But back in LA, Brick Baby was solidified. His name wasn't questioned, his rep was official. And when it came to the gang culture, Brick was the type of big homie who could speak and be heard. He wasn't just in the street either. He had ties to Nipsey Hussle. There's old footage of Brick with Nipsey, photos, studio sessions. Respect was shown on both sides. But they weren't best friends, but they definitely were cool. According to Brick Baby, before everything went down, everybody got along. Eric Holder Jr. was considered a soldier and a main hitter for the gang. Someone who wasn't to be played with, aggressive with the weapons. Then there was Nipsey Hussle, Lil Thundercat, the little homie to Big Thundercat, who now worked for Nipsey in his parking lot, sometimes a jack of all trades for the store.
See, I think that's what people be confused about. Like that Eric just kind of like came. That's what I thought. I knew he was from over there, but I didn't know how close he was associated to or how close everything was. Brick Baby, Shitty, Nip, all them. You know what I'm saying?
Now here are these two members from the same gang with similar backgrounds. Tempers are flaring, egos are fully active, and the world is about to change from this 4-minute conversation. Now, the fight that changed everything wasn't just a regular fight that everybody heard about or the rumors about the story. This one was different, and it was more dangerous. According to the rumors, Eric Holder got pressed by someone who didn't know who he was at the time. They questioned his gang ties, disrespected his name, and Eric responded the only way he knew how, violently. But he lost. He lost badly. The fight left him injured so bad that he needed brain surgery.
Eric was jumped probably a year, 2 years before that, not by nobody that had nothing to do with Nipsey, but he had went to the hospital and he had brain surgery. And it did happen in the area. Pulled up, and I guess he had questioned him about the red shirt, and he had just got off on a. Basically, they just was like, "Who are you?" It really wasn't over the red shirt. They pull up, "Who is you?" Like, but you on the block, you on our block, and cuz just ain't been around for like a year or two. But like this the block, and cuz don't be like really. He was, cuz is real 60. Cuz ain't finna go for no questioning. You know what I'm saying? And I'm really loking over here. Like, you get what I'm saying? But it was the older homie. Cuz got a squabble. Cuz on hood, and cuz said something that Eric didn't like. Eric got off. And Eric got his ass whooped, but then he got transported to the hospital and he had brain surgery. So that's what had caused the mental health and all the going to the mental houses and all. That's what put him on his tear. So I think he had a vendetta.
OG beat the common sense out of Eric, beat the skull out of him. Damn, that's probably why you know.
With certain people in the area, not Nipsey, but yeah, just over him getting put in that situation.
People who knew him said that he changed after that. He wasn't the same Eric anymore. He became paranoid, quick to snap. His thoughts didn't feel right. His energy was off. Friends say Eric Holder always had been wild, but after that brain injury, it turned him up even more. And on top of that, it was rumored that Eric Holder started to use drugs, which that activated mental issues when the two paired with each other. But whether it was just mental illness or just pride and anger, he was already unraveling. And then he ran into Nipsey Hussle. March 31st, a sunny day, 2019, Eric Holder is now hanging out with his lady friend, and they're looking to get something to eat. But this time, they're going to Eric Holder's old neighborhood, not in Long Beach, where Eric Holder is currently living, where he met that female at. They went to the Marathon parking lot. Nipsey Hussle sees Eric Holder pulling into the parking lot. According to Big Thundercat, Nipsey's big homie, Nipsey said to himself, I wonder how this is going to unfold. Eric Holder directly orders his food and greets the gang in front of the Marathon store. The two talk for over 4 minutes. According to the witnesses, the conversation didn't get heated at all, but according to the surveillance footage that we found, it shows that Nipsey was quite animated as he was moving his hands. And Eric Holder wasn't taking it all too well. According to Cowboy, who witnessed it, testified that Nipsey Hussle told Eric this. He said, people say you got paperwork on you. I ain't saying it's true, but you should clear that up. In street code, that's serious, real serious. But instead of falling back and checking the situation as a whole, Eric Holder took it personally.
So you don't think he passively told him he was a snitch?
No, he never called him a snitch at all.
No, not saying a snitch.
See, but when you hear the backstory of how he been fake erratic, you can understand why Nip would say, I wonder how this gonna unfold. You feel me? I still think if that's what Nip said about, question about some snitch shit, he should have just let that shit go. He was deep in it though. He was a rapper, but he was deep in it though.
Outright. But
come on, bro. The fact that you said was never no paperwork produced on him, we know it was a snitch conversation, Cowboy. Come on.
Well, no. Nip was like, Nip ain't seen Cuz in a long time. So Nip was like, hey, bro, hey, where you been? We ain't seen. He's like, oh, man, I did it. He was coming with this little story. I've been did it. And Nip was like, well, they got that paperwork floating around. I ain't read it, but, you go take care of it. And he did it cool, like homie to homie. I ain't seen you in a while. You need to take care of that shit. He didn't say, oh, snitch, you told. You feel me? He didn't do none of that.
That's probably when the discourse started. Now, Cowboy, we're going to talk about it. Hold on.
But listen,
Cowboy, we talking about it, right?
Well, hold on one second. But I'm saying about
we can talk about it.
But listen, though, by the nature of that conversation, by the nature of that conversation, I would have never expected that, bro. That's all I'm saying.
Well, Cowboy, let me ask you a question. We talking about it, right? Hold on.
He said he just
after Nip made that comment, right?
Say that, and now he's saying he said that.
Hey, wait. After Nip made that comment, right, about that, however he made it,
the comment the world
responded. Hold on, Cowboy. Dude responded to Nip. You the one snitching. You been paying the homie whoop wop wop. Am I right?
Nah, he didn't respond to that. Nah. No,
right.
Like I said, she said whatever she had to say. Man, I'm not gonna contest. I'm just gonna tell you what I heard, bro. And all I can say is the truth. If bro would have said something like that, bro, I'm gonna let it know. Like I said, I done cleared up all kind of shit about my past. I done cleared up so much shit.
Didn't you say he had something like he had to fix something up? Isn't that like insinuating he snitched?
Paperwork, exactly.
Well, it ain't about fixing it up. It's about, look, bro, this paperwork floating around, it ain't really cool. You need to go
ahead. That snitch conversation, though.
Well, did he not tell him he couldn't go in the store? Hey, yo, Cowboy. Did he not tell him he couldn't go in the store?
No, he didn't tell him that.
Now, in Never Heard Audio, Cowboy admits that Eric Holder wanted the group to hear his new music and listen to his new CD when he walked up. Nipsey and Entourage didn't want to hear it. That's when Eric got on the fence and started to question Nipsey Hussle.
Conversation, though.
But the conversation was about the conversation. Really, what it boiled down to is nobody wanted to listen to that boy CD. That's what it boiled down to. Nobody wanted to listen to this punk CD. So it took me to go to this murder trial and start talking to these witnesses.
See, the conversation about what it started about is important because that they make it seem like it was a snitch conversation or that like it was a sporadic event when we heard what Sam say. Sam believed he was sent, right? But we also hear about his past actions being hella fake erratic, bro. So it ain't out the ordinary that he. But then again, he it's like we seen the pictures. He fuck with Break fuck with Nip. They close, so it don't really make no sense, bro. I don't know.
And all these other folks to find out. Cuz was jumping out with 2 blowers and telling me, check out my CD. The homie was like, damn, if I didn't listen to Cuz CD, I felt he was gonna do something. That was 2 days before he shot Nip. Feel me? Cuz was already over there on one. Oh, about that punk CD.
Now watch this, cowboy. Now here we go. You got 3 other people gave statements, right? 2, 3 other people gave statements. Nobody mentioned all that. They hold things with a discourse about snitching.
Yeah, exactly. So like I said, I sat around.
And I don't doubt he was doing that with his CD. That's cool. But at that point in time.
But now it's making sense to me. I went to these courtrooms and I sat here and I listened. I watched the people, and it was a witness that came through that never got on the stand. And he explained to me what happened a couple of days prior. And I'm like, damn, that makes most sense. I'm trying to figure out, what's going on. Was it a setup? Was it this? Was it that? So for the last 3 years, my brain going crazy trying to figure this shit out. Feel me? So now
you know that wasn't no bro. You know that nobody sent that dude over there, bro.
Exactly. I know that's
nobody do that, bro.
It's about that CD. He's like, man, y'all check out my CD. And we looked at a nigga. He talking about your CD.
I'm telling you, man.
If you look,
to add to that, the witness who was with Eric Holder, who gave him the ride and even the money to eat at the restaurant, says that the narrative was mixed up and Eric Holder was the one asking Nipsey Hussle about snitching.
You're talking about?
He was saying a lot of cuz.
Who was?
Eric.
Okay. Can you hear what they were saying?
I didn't really kind of understand it, like what he was talking about, but I know like to tell from the tension from Nipsey, like he didn't really want to talk to him, like trying to like get to me, like to take the picture or whatever, like trying to wait till he stopped talking.
Do you know why he wouldn't want to talk to him?
Because I guess the way he was just like, cuz, have you ever snitched on somebody? Cuz this, cuz that.
That's what Nipsey was saying?
That's what Eric was saying. Nipsey wasn't like saying nothing. He was just like, nah, nah, like that, know.
Did it sound like Eric was accusing him of snitching?
To me, it sounded like kind of like he was trying to be a little messy.
Oh.
Like I wasn't kind of like getting into it, but because I'm not the messy type. I'm just like kind of like listening, but I'm just like, okay, like what is he talking about? Like to myself though. And then, but I can tell like by looking at Nipsey or whatever, because I'm waiting to take the picture. Like he looking like he need to go on somewhere. That's how I got the impression. I didn't hear no arguing, and even when I took the picture and everything, I didn't hear no arguing. It was just like casual, just talking, like regular guy talk. I guess Yeah, he was kind of like a little aggressive, but like some guys, that's just how they talk. So
who was aggressive?
To me, aggressive mean when you using slang words like cuz.
Well,
like
which one?
Eric.
That was
during a sworn immunity. The young lady had to tell the truth or she would go to jail for being accessory to this incident. Now, what I'm about to say is hearsay, and it hasn't been confirmed nor verified. But WAC 100 claims that Eric Holder was referencing to an incident that Nipsey Hussle and a friend got into, and it was rumored that someone snitched to the police. And they say Eric Holder brought it up.
So, were you there at the Marathon Clothing Store on March 31st?
Yes.
Okay. And when you were there, why were you at the store?
I was at the barber shop next door to it, actually, and I walked in there to buy a hoodie. I bought like 2 hoodies from the store, and when I came out, everything went down.
Wow. So like you and Nipsey took a picture. After that picture, how long did it take for dude to come through and do what he did?
Probably like 3 minutes after.
Okay, what kind of car were you driving?
A BMW convertible.
Was it white?
White one.
The white one?
Yep.
Okay, because people.
Car in front of it was in front of Monster Burger. I parked in front of Monster Burger. That's in that plaza.
So what was Eric Holder and Nipsey talking about? Did you see all that?
I mean, when I was in the barber shop, I seen the Nipsey got a Benz, like a little miniature SUV. And his brother has a Jaguar, so I seen the SUV pull up, and I figured that was Nipsey. So when he hopped out, the kid was
shit. I didn't even know what was playing. Okay, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what they're saying.
some other Spanish kids standing there, and it looked like a heated conversation. Because when I walked up to try to get a
This
picture,
is now. This is the real reason Eric took Nipsey out 1 hour ago. Oh shit, this is new shit.
like a heated conversation, so it wasn't really the time to ask for pictures. Once I went in the Monster Burger to get a sandwich, went back into the Marathon store, came back out. The kid was gone. The Eric Holder kid, I guess. He dipped around the corner, like where Monster Burger is, that little cut alleyway. He dipped.
See, we get two different narratives. He say Nip was kind of telling him, you ain't supposed to be here. The lady who was there, who took the picture too, say Eric was questioning Nip about some snitch shit, which is crazy because Wax say Big U was extorting Nip or having Nip kind of like holding
Yeah, he did.
some snitch shit over Nip head, basically. You feel me? And it's crazy because Wax say he don't believe nobody sent Eric, but at the same time, it's like him knowing about the snitch shit he would only know about the snitch shit because of Big U. You get what I'm saying? About if he was saying, but you ever snitched on somebody, he would only know about that because of Big U. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
This shit crazy. So let's keep it.
All right.
I sat in my car for a minute. I asked him, I said, well, Nipsey, man, I'm out here for audition for the BMF audition with 50 Cent. You mind if I take a picture with you?
We gonna let this play? Fuck nah, actually.
He took the last picture. 2 minutes after that, the kid came back around the corner. I passed right by him. And I felt like something was going wrong, but I didn't really pinpoint it. And I seen him pull out and start hitting him.
Back at that parking lot, Eric Coda left the conversation and went to get his food and came back to shake the entourage's hand. Key thing is, Nipsey was talking to some fans and taking pictures, and he didn't get a chance to shake his hand. Eric Coda got his cheese fries, and that's when his mind started to unravel. According to the female driver, Eric pulled out 2 weapons and started to load them, in which he told the driver to drive around. The driver says, no, you're not about to do a drive-by in my car. This is when they pull into that alleyway, in which Eric Coda tells the driver to wait here. Eric Coda returned to the Marathon store parking lot with a mission. Something that the streets say he has done plenty of times, but this time it was to take out Nipsey Hussle. He had time to think, he had time to cool off, but he didn't. He walked up, raised 2 guns, opened fire, aiming directly for Nipsey Hussle. He hit Kerry Lathan and his nephew as Nipsey tried to swipe or grab the weapons from Eric Coda. Then Nipsey was hit multiple times. As Nip was laying on the ground, he yelled to Eric Coda, "You got me." Eric walked back, fired some more shots, and kicked him in the head. Though the whole parking lot scattered.
The fuck? I didn't know all that. I didn't know you kicked him in the head. What the?
It was only Eric Coda Jr., Nipsey, and Kerry Lathan right there on the ground. This was personal. That was rage. It happened in broad daylight in front of witnesses, in front of security cameras. And then Eric Coda Jr. ran. No one returned fire. No one there to stop the shooter from hitting his target or even throwing him off. Eric Coda hit the shopping center's alleyway and made his exit clean. The alleged getaway driver, Bernita, scared after hearing the shots, initially pulled away from the scene, but decided to stay, and that's when Eric Coda Jr. came running back to the car. She asked what was going on. Eric Coda told her to shut up and drive and that she talked too much. She immediately drove him away, shaken and confused. She drove Eric directly to his cousin Harold's house in Long Beach, California, about 30 minutes away from Los Angeles. She then went back to her mother's house in Long Beach as well. Before Shitty Cuz exited the vehicle, Eric Coda told the driver she was funny style. Maybe because she took a picture with a guy that he just had an argument with and then he killed.
I wasn't there for no conversation, right? I wasn't there for no conversation. All I'm saying is I know it was a conversation. And however he felt when he walked away, mind you, y'all know the details, his got out the car, went and gave Nip a hug mid-conversation. And I don't know how that would make you.
Yeah, bro. We gonna have to do part 2.
We gonna have to.
This shit kind of lengthy. You feel me? But I do wonder what made her.
Yeah, we gonna do a whole video on that shit for sure. That shit's crazy, man. All right, we was gonna leave it off with
So let's just get right into this. I'm just gonna go straight to the news since I think that this is
this
probably
right
the
here.
most
We gonna end it.
thing for us to be
Appreciate you, got me.
involved with.
But yeah, we up out of here to the next one after this one.
We're gonna go to the news from today.
As soon as you
Let's go. Let's get right into it. He said it's the very, very beginning. I'm smashing the like on my own content. I got no shame, and nobody should think that I have any shame.
You can't.
So before the camera even went on, they were going at it, huh? Interesting. Oh, and we have our first donation. I'll be reading each donation very aggressively, as well as if you guys want us to play your music, that would be great as well. Adam, you got to get that high yellow sassy hood rat under control. Tubby was finna fold Dodson like an ironing board. Well, okay, I have not seen this content yet, so I have no idea exactly what that's going to be like. I am insanely offended by you calling Almighty Suspect Dodson. I don't even know what that's a reference to. That's terrible. What are you talking about? Okay, this audio's low. They're saying my audio might be kind of low. I mean, it looks okay in OBS. I don't know if they're trolling or not, but it's good. Okay, let's get right into this.
The hard ER.
I came with the hard ER.
You came with the hard ER.
Okay, so this is the first thing we need to address is like, did Suspect say the hard ER, and why are we like even calling out black people for saying the hard ER? Is that even a thing? I feel like that's pretty much like, granted, this guy's darker skinned than Suspect, but I feel like that's on the table, right? He's allowed to say that in context. I don't know.
You came with the hard ER. You came with the hard ER.
Welcome to No Jumper, man. It's another day here. We got some random fat.
We already arguing. Hey,
it's your boy.
We got a light skinned nigga.
You know what we do here. Supposedly, I call niggas niggers with the hard.
Nigga, you said a hard.
Okay, for the record, this guy, Brandon, he's from Long Beach. He's associated with the Viral Way podcast. This guy, Almighty Suspect, he's been in No Jumper House for many years now. Obviously, you guys know him. But I had no idea that there was any kind of tension between the two. Also, Josh, you know those memes with like the red line and the green line? Josh is the green line right now. He's also wearing green. So, okay.
You
said a hard ER.
Supposedly offended with some shit that
I ain't offended. I'm just
It's
asking.
imaginary.
Hey,
why would I ever call another black man the hard R?
I'm
what
not
are you even
offended,
talking about?
I'm just asking.
Weird
You said a
ass
hard
nigga.
ER.
Maybe we can try to stay
Fuck is you
monetized
talking
this
about?
Yeah, maybe we could try to stay monetized. This is something I've been emphasizing to Josh, is that when we do the news, we got to try to like make people chill out with the profanity, at least within the first 5 minutes. That seems like it would be fair, right? I mean, I don't know if that's realistic. Obviously, the tone of this podcast is certainly one in which that doesn't seem likely. But yeah. Also, shout out to all the members.
No,
I didn't say no curse words. I'm not gonna curse. Hey, you said the hard ER. You said hard ER. Then you said some nonsense, and I said maybe it was your white boy stirring
Why
up
would
in
you ask me if I would say the hard ER?
Because that's what you said.
You don't know.
The white boy stirring up in you is crazy. Also, Lush One in the chat. It's a fake Lush One, but it says, I changed my name to, and then it says Nick, and then the last name is GHUR. You feel me, player? It's basically they're trying to make it out as if they're trying to trick me into saying the N-word, which is not going to happen right now. I've been doing this for a long time. You know those memes of the chick dancing through the lasers or whatever in the Matrix? I don't know. Either way, you're not going to get me. I wasn't born yesterday.
I heard it, and then I asked you, did you slur your speech?
I said,
then I asked you if you slurred.
That ain't what I said.
I asked you if you slurred your speech.
That ain't what I said.
And then you went into a whole rant about whatever you're talking about.
That ain't what I said.
You said a hard ER. I heard it. My ears work fine. You did.
You imagine
this nigga right here, this light skinned nigga right here, this high yellow nigga right here said a hard ER. That's what happened.
Guys, we are live.
Mixed with nothing.
Josh trying to control this is hilarious. And Suspect said he's not mixed with. I've never seen his mom. His dad's a black man. I don't know what his mom looks like. Either way, I like just off the rip. Okay. How about this? I'm gonna do a poll. A poll in which I say, actually, I don't even know if I want to bite that off. I was gonna say, like, can a black man use the hard ER? But I don't want to like put that in the chat. That looks kind of weird. But like my initial statement about this is that there's been very few times in my life where I've seen a black guy give another black man a hard time about saying the N-word wrong.
Like I said, anyways,
Big U, he could convince
Who trying to
President
fight?
Donald Trump into helping him.
He's
get out
not
of jail.
trying to.
He's
Hey,
not trying
G
to
League,
what? Huh?
he's not trying to fight.
Huh?
Guaranteed.
Huh?
Guaranteed.
What you want to do?
Hey, I'm telling
What you
him
wanna
you're
do?
not trying to fight.
What you want to do?
All that.
How the fuck is Josh just sitting there like it's all good? Like as soon as they start threatening each other with violence, I feel like we gotta kind of like intervene a little bit more because this could be a bad situation if this was Kelpie 2.0. Like we really do not want people fighting on the news, even if the content might be admittedly hilarious. I mean, I'm gonna be real though. I'm impressed by Brandon's resolve and the fact that he's not you know, he's not really taking it to the personal attacks, which is good. That's impressive to me. And then he's just kind of keeping it chill. And I mean, by him responding to the chat and saying he doesn't want to fight, that's like the first time that he's really kind of even engaged with the idea that this could become a violent conflict.
Nigga, we could fight right now.
All that
What
crying.
you talking about?
trying.
Nigga, you
All
don't know
that
who you
crying.
talking to.
All that
You don't know
crying.
who you talking to.
All that
You
crying.
don't know who you talking
A nigga
to.
crying
We
that
can do
much
whatever
ain't
you
trying
want
to
to do.
fight.
Josh,
I
you better get this
guarantee
nigga.
you.
We can
He
do
can't
whatever you
get
want
me.
to do.
He can't
We
get
can do
me.
whatever you want to do
Trust
right
me.
now. I'm not
Listen,
do whatever you want to do.
He's not
right
trying
now.
to fight.
We right
Where
now.
you about to-
Where would you like to go?
Where you trying to
Where
do?
would you like to
Oh
go?
my god.
Where would
I'm
you like to go?
about to turn off this whole.
Okay, don't turn off the live. Don't
go
turn.
outside.
Sit
I like that,
down.
Josh. I
Sit
like
down.
that.
Sit down.
Suspect.
Come
Oh
on.
Sit
my
down.
god.
Sit down, bro.
Look at how heated Suspect got in like 10 minutes on stream. He's opening the door to start a fight. Like, this is fucking crazy, bro. Dude, I like, see, okay, this is the problem with some of this susgerb content is that it's like, same thing with the Jalise thing. I already issued a ruling. I already said, yo, Suspect cannot be on camera with Jalise anymore because it feels like they're going to fight. And that's not good. And like already with this situation, I'm kind of like feeling like making the same resolution of like, bro, they can't seriously be in the same room again because look how close this came to a fight in this episode within 10 minutes. I haven't even got to the end yet, but bro, and bro, like the viral way have been very good at like sort of latching on to some of these public disagreements and issuing their takes and stuff. And this is like one of their guys that they're somewhat close to. So, I mean, I can't even imagine what they're going to have to say about this. I could definitely see a viral way Long Beach versus Suspect narrative emerging from all this.
Sit down. Sit down, man. Sit down.
Dude, Josh. No. Josh isn't like, oh, maybe you should leave. He's like, we're closing this door. This is a cage match. Neither of you will be leaving until one of your heads are bludgeoned in by the other. It feels like that's kind of the dynamic Josh is going for here.
Literally over nothing.
Hey, shout out to we didn't even get a single member yet. How long have we been on here? I can't even tell. I'm not capable of reading the thing here, so I'm like, oh no, 28 minutes, no members. Shout out to all the members, appreciate the members. No members have come in yet, but okay. Clifton the Colored Milkman said, check the Reddit. The mellow yellow mole rat did say the word, probably was on accident, but once Dodson activates the baby mama mode, all logic goes out. I guess I gotta check that out.
No. I'm not gonna disrespect you guys in space like that. That's crazy.
You don't want to get up though.
I'm not about to go. I'm about to disrespect this guy's space.
You want to see it? Oh, Bud Budson is the first member of the stream. Yo, much respect. Thank you, Bud Budson. All right, I guess this is where he said it, but this is definitely like a different instance of Suspect saying the hard R, because this is from the other day. Oh, whoops.
Nigga, they in a backyard with a nigga from their section who do everybody tats over there. That's how that should be going. Ain't nobody gonna tell a nigga no. Nigga, they in a backyard with a nigga from their section who do everybody tats over.
I feel like that was kind of like a slip of the tongue. Like he wasn't really intending to say the hard R there so much, but okay.
Anyways, W7.
No, I just have class. I have class.
Bitch.
I'm a man.
You's a bitch.
He does seem like he has a bit of class. He's holding himself together pretty well in this instance. Although, look at Josh. No T-Rail, no fake laughing. That's a real laugh. Look at Josh's face.
I'm a
Talking
man,
about
not a
nigga don't
kid.
want to fight, not get up until
I'm
you
a man.
follow
I'm not
me and
gonna
you
fight
don't
in
move.
somebody else's
Shut
stuff.
up.
For what?
Nigga, they don't speak
For
on
what?
fighting if you ain't gonna do
No,
nothing.
I said you don't
Nigga,
want to fight.
Oh, I do.
A
Let's
nigga,
go outside.
no.
I do.
A nigga
How's he standing up again?
who want to fight don't
I
say
do wanna
let's
fight.
go
I
outside.
do wanna
If
fight.
you want to fight,
I
you
do wanna
fight.
fight. Come
If
on.
you want to fight, you
Let's
fight.
go.
If you want to
Let's
fight,
go.
you fight.
Come on.
If you want to fight, you fight.
Follow me.
If you want to fight, you fight.
What does that mean? If you want to fight, you fight. No, he needs a partner to fight. You can't just fight yourself. We've tried.
No, I just know. I know niggas ain't trying to fight for real. You fight with this.
So he started out calling him weird over and over, and he's already upped the ante to calling him a bitch over and over. So that's something. What's up, Josh? I see you, Josh. You out? Is it just me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. The security's still here. Cool. Thank you. All right. Appreciate
You
you.
fight with this.
Playing with up here.
I'm not playing with nobody.
You don't know.
Listen, man.
You don't know.
My blood pressure ain't gonna
You
raise
don't
over
know. You don't know.
Listen, people
You
want to
don't
fight,
know.
just fight.
Follow me. Just get up.
Follow me. Okay.
Follow
Touch
me.
Can we go to the topic?
Are you guys going to be able to
I ain't think
put this
yeah,
aside?
we can
for the
definitely
show?
finish.
I can have the conversation.
This can't be a 2-hour argument, right?
All
He
right,
keep talking. I tried to move on to the biggie
Look,
shit hella times.
If
and
you
he
guys,
keep going back.
want to argue and yell at each other like 5 minutes before the show ends,
Mikey.
Mikey. What is like? Mikey's kind of trying to institute order, and then Josh is like, "No, allow this to proceed." How are they going to talk about any topics? Also, how does this go on for 2 hours? I don't know.
Reiterating this right now is crazy. Like, we started the show late. Like, I'm glad that the chat and everyone here is getting to watch this like unfold in real time. What are we doing here?
Yeah, this is like a death match because there's only two. Like, normally the news has a bunch of people on it. I feel like this is kind of out of the ordinary. Maybe we need more heads available because just these two, it's just a strange pairing. Normally the news is like 4 or 5 people. Urban Gorilla donated $5. Said, "Shout out my bro Brandon. I killed him in that debate, but trust my boy Sus don't want them hands from bro." Well, let's find out. We're gonna tune in right now. Brandon obviously is the African American gentleman here, and then this guy is, someone straight out the wood pile. Let's see how this looks.
Nice, Brandon.
Come on, Chef, relax.
Oh, what? Get him in the crucifix here? Is that what we're gonna do? No, we're going for side control. I could be an MMA commentator, for the record. Put me in the game, coach. Dana, put me in. Oh yeah, he's got the arm
Good job,
chopped and everything.
Brandon.
This is over. Well, we didn't actually see the tap there, I guess, but yeah, he just dominated the fuck out of homie. Wow, that was intense, honestly. I'm sure that there are some like shady, jujitsu gyms out there that are handing out fucking black belts a little bit looser
No,
than they
I'm
should.
just
But for
asking
most
because you made that
people,
noise, and I
any
know that's like
established
when you
gym,
don't
which I'll
feel
give them the benefit of
comfortable,
the
you
doubt,
feel
I'm
you
sure it
make
is.
that noise. So
It's like
when you're
10
starting to
years
get settled, and
minimum
you'll
of
make that noise.
training
It's
to
like,
get
yeah,
your black
man,
belt.
sorry.
Shit
I'm
is
right
no
here, bro.
joke at all. So that was pretty crazy. I did exactly one jujitsu tournament in my entire life. It was pretty difficult to make weight. Got manhandled. Dude fucked me up. Dude was way smaller than me, but way stronger than me, and just absolutely.
They just let shit ride. They just over here chilling. Nobody on nothing.
But I just kind of, I don't know. My BMX
Yeah, we
career
gonna
was still in the full throes at the time. I actually went to the shoot box in Long Beach, right on, what is that street? I forget. It's all the way down by that one park that we used to always ride at with there's like a high school right there and shit. But yeah, I got multiple staph infections. That was at least part of what discouraged me with jiu-jitsu. It's just like the most brutal workout.